Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Melissa with a reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus regarding love. And it's going to be for Sunday, November 16th through November 22nd, 2025. And out of the traditional Rider-Waite deck, we have the Nine of Swords, the Strength card, and Knight of Wands showing up for us. So I really feel like this is a point in time where you may want to just get in a van and drive away and never look back. You're frustrated, and that's, reasonably so. I think ultimately you need to know that you have what it takes to rise above this situation, and perhaps you wanting to just escape the whole thing is a way for you to just avoid the situation or avoid confronting the situation. And I think that, it's going to take a lot of courage for you on your part in order to be able to approach your person about this situation. But you really are overall compelled to stay and resolve it. And I think that this is really attesting to perspective. I think this is all about perspective at this time. I think that when we start to see things that we feel uncomfortable with, or see patterns or behaviors that we have to then implement a boundary, I think it's just simply shining a flashlight on issues. It's something that you cannot ignore, and it is time to have a conversation with this person. I think that this person can be a little bit manipulative. I'm feeling that you may be sitting in a space where you're not necessarily certain what's true and what's not, because you're feeling comfortable. You felt like you could trust this person, and now you're feeling as though that trust has been broken a little bit. And I think this person ultimately may be a little bit impulsive, maybe even have just a little bit of poor judgment. I feel as though there is something that happens with this person. They can't necessarily grasp the seriousness of the issues at hand, where this person could be impulsive with spending. Maybe they're a little too flirtatious with other people, and it really leaves you in a space where you're not feeling great about that. And rightfully so, of course. And I think that this could maybe happen more specifically too when this person is maybe under the influence of alcohol, where they kind of feel as though they are separate from themselves in a way. And so that's part of them maybe not necessarily being able to grasp the seriousness of that, but they also may have some sort of a belief in which they feel as though like emotional cheating is not cheating. And so they don't see anything wrong with like being flirtatious or having deep conversations with someone, that you wouldn't necessarily feel that same way. And so things can get pretty heated easily, I think, between the two of you, and either of you could say things that you don't necessarily mean, but know that that's just like your passion that you guys have. You're both very passionate people, and coming together, you have a lot of passion for one another. And I think that that's, it's a tricky situation, but I think that there's an ability here for you to be able to handle that and channel that into some constructive behavior. And I think that, you may have come to some sort of a conclusion or something based on what you have observed, whether it was a phone number on somebody's phone or a saved text message, but it was saved under a different name. There's something similar coming in with that. And I think that you don't necessarily have like hard, fast proof, like you can't prove it to be 100%, but you came to some sort of a conclusion on your own. And so now it's about, really wanting to talk with this person versus like throwing in the towel. And I think when this person gets confronted about the situation at hand, I think they tend to want to like throw money at it, in terms of like showering you with gifts, buying you flowers, new jewelry, new shoes, things like that. And they think as though that this is something that can make up for the situation or what happened, versus like actually taking full accountability, owning it, understanding where they went wrong, and then moving forward differently, moving different in order to get different results and to feel as though the relationship is working in the way that it needs to. So I think ultimately it's about having a conversation with this person. I think you do need to first, of course, allow yourself some time to cool off about things. But then when you do sit down to talk with this person, know that it's all about the delivery. I think using a lot of I statements for your feelings, it can help to avoid that further conflict. But also then setting clear expectations going forward, and what it is that you want and need going forward in order for things to work and to go long term. And I think that, again, I'm just going to emphasize it's all in the delivery, because the truth can sometimes hurt. And so it's just being mindful about how it's presented to this person. But I think that you both can really work through this. I'm very optimistic about that. There's a lot of fortitude within you. I think that strength of mind, that emotional resilience, it's setting the tone for you guys to be able to overcome these obstacles. I do feel like there's success on the other side of this. I do believe you absolutely have what it takes to build a long-lasting love together. So I do so hope that this resonates for you, Leo. As always, I will be back with another read for you guys again soon. Don't hesitate to hit me in the comments. Let me know how things are working out for you. And again, thank you so much for tuning in. Take care.